Today, we're going to begin lesson 2 for informational writing. Yesterday, you became an expert on one area of weather. Today, you're going to take that expertise to a new level. You are going to now begin to act like an archaeologist of sorts, digging up facts. And one way that a reader knows something is a fact, that it isn't your opinion, that it isn't information that you came up with yourself, are using quotation marks and paraphrasing. So today I want to show you kind of both of those skills. One, using quotations from the information that you read yesterday. So basically today you're going to go back through the articles, particularly the ones that you found the best and the most useful. And you're going to learn how to copy and paste quotation marks into a document to begin collecting facts for your essay. And you're going to learn to cite those facts, because one of the things that's most important, and one of the things I look for as an educated person, that when I read information, one thing I'm always asking myself is, where did these facts come from? So it's important that when we are taking these quotation marks, these quotations, we're making sure to indicate that we took this using quotation marks on either end. That's going to help our reader know that this is not information that came from my imagination, but came from real facts and real science. So we're going to take those facts and put them in there. And the second thing you're going to learn to do is that paraphrasing. And paraphrasing is when you take a really an example, and write it in your own words. So if you read about a really interesting story about weather, like in one of the in the Kittles information on tornadoes, there was a really interesting example about a man who was hiding from a tornado, and he held on to the leg of his couch, that little peg at the bottom of his couch, and he was holding on to that during the tornado. And the tornado ripped through, tore his house to bits, and was gone, took his house and took the couch, and he was left holding the peg outside. And I thought, wow, what a cool example. I would love to use that in my essay. So, do you hear how I just retold that story, but I told you where I got it from? That's paraphrasing. So you're going to start kind of learning how you can take this information and now put it together in a way that helps your reader know that, one, you didn't make this up, you found this in a reliable way, and two, to be able to kind of gather all the information that you found from different places and now put them in one location, and that is your informational essay. Good luck. So now, to begin gathering information, you're going to start honing in on facts that you'll want to use in your informational essay. So if I were doing my informational essay on tornadoes, I'm going to go to the Kittle essay, and I'm going to go ahead and hone in on areas that I had looked at yesterday that I thought were really interesting. So one of the ones that I found really good here was the one that tornadoes happen in groups, and that 148 actually struck on the same day in 1974. So the first thing you'll notice is I highlighted it. Next, I'm going to press Control C. Control C transfers that to a clipboard, and then the clipboard, sorry about that, the clipboard then holds that information until I need it. So you'll see information on weather. This is where I'm going to collect my notes. Uh, weather notes. And I want to put my weather notes here. And this is just going to make it a bulleted list. So I do want that. I do want a bulleted list, but I want it to be left justified. So it's going to put it on the left side of my paper. And now I'm going to press Control V, and there's my quote. I'm going to make sure I have quotation marks around it so I know. The other thing I want to do is I want to mark, where did I get this information from? So I was here, and if I highlight my web address here, I can do the same process, Control C, and then come back to my information on weather outline and paste. So now that is right there. And look, it even turns into a web link, which is so nice. The other thing I want to show you how to do is paraphrase. So as I was reading this yesterday, one of the things I noticed is this example right here. Now, it's a little bit long to use as a quote, but I want to go ahead and show it to you. So here it says, a man in another town hid under the couch in his living room. He held onto one couch leg. The tornado struck his house, and the winds blew him around. And when the tornado left, he was outside. There was no house. The couch had disappeared, and he was only holding one couch leg. I thought that was really interesting and thought that might be good to bring into my essay. So I'm going to go back to my notes right now, and I want you to notice something I'm going to do differently. This time I'm not going to use quotation marks. I'm going to put man holds on to couch and it and tornado takes his house along with the couch except the leg in his hand, right? Or maybe couch leg. Notice I didn't do that, but the other thing I do want to do is I'm going to cite my website again because that's where I got it. Okay. So even though it's a paraphrase, I want to make sure I'm aware, where did I get that information? So you're going to continue this process going through all of those wonderful links, going through the links that you found information on. I also want to make sure that you realize that these links are not the only source of information. If there's more that you want to know, then you can do some web searching and look on Wikipedia. You're welcome to do that. So go ahead. You're going to get in there. You're going to pull quotes. Now, I do want a good number of quotes. I would like to see 10 quotes. So one of the reasons why I put the bullets here is so I can count quotes and phrases. So I want 10 quotes and paraphrases at minimum in order to support my thinking and my ideas. So once you have at least 10, then you can say, I'm done with my notes.